Let's make a carrot blood orange olive oil cake shaped as a heart. What's going on? One of my favorite cakes is carrot cake. I love carrot cake. I tell myself that it's healthy because it has carrots in it. I also like olive oil cake. It's a little bit different. I saw a TikTok video where they made an olive oil cake with carrots, so I'm gonna add my twist with some blood oranges as well as some ginger. February is the month of love. The light is still out up here, but I'm here and you're here. Energetic exchange right now through the screen. Everything is an energetic exchange. I've said this before in my videos. Basically, everywhere you go, you're leaving a mark. You're leaving your imprint. Even if you're walking down the street, you're not even saying hi to people. Your energy is felt. And let's just think of it. A carrot needs to be planted by a human and then nurtured by someone, right? That's an energetic component. Then it needs to be picked. Then it needs to be packaged. Then it needs to be shipped to the supermarket. Then it needs to be shipped to the farmer's market. So there's many energetic touch points along the way. Many people touch this one carrot. I like carrots. Oh, that's good. The carrots are good. So there's many touch points along the way where different energies touch one product, one item, one person. Everything matters, everything adds up. Also, let's talk about physical intimacy with someone. That's an energetic exchange. You're opening yourself up energetically. So that means your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, your traumas, that's all being exchanged to your partner. That's why my personal opinion is to not get in any type of relationship solely based on physical connection. It must be more than that for me. It must be a soul-led connection. I think that's best for myself, but also for my partner. I'm not saying that being physically attracted to someone is bad. No, it's part of the human experience, but I also think that anything is more fulfilling when you understand things from a deeper perspective, a deeper standpoint. Not so much from the physical, but more from the heart, more from the internal. Let me not cut my finger on this grater. I've done that before. No joke. I'm eating all the carrots. You want a recipe for this? Well, there's no recipe. I'm cooking from my heart. I'm cooking from my intuition. And I'm cooking for what feels right. You know, I'm going with the flow. You could follow the recipe 100% as is, but if what you're making is not something that you actually like, if your job that you're actually good at but you don't actually like it is not fulfilling, then are you really using your energy in the best way, right? Like, you set your intention. I want to be a lawyer. Why do you want to be a lawyer? Let's talk about it. Because I want to be financially free and be respected in society. Okay, fact. You go to law school, you set your intention, you focus, you put in the hard work, you become a lawyer. You work there for 10 years, you don't really like it. Part of you wants to paint, a part of you wants to draw. But you're always putting this aside because you're like, I'm a respected person, you know, I'm a lawyer. Not to say that you can't be successful as a lawyer, but is what you're doing in alignment with your highest timeline, with your soul? If you make the choice to do something that is in your highest timeline, if you take the leap, if you have the courage to follow your heart, then I truly believe this, and this is my opinion, what you will do will not only be more fulfilling to you because you're following your soul, you're also living in your true authentic nature and being yourself. And in effect, I feel like abundance in all forms, material abundance, mental, spiritual abundance will come. It just takes time. It's easier to follow something that's already been done before by someone. But a lot of things that I do are what resonate with me, are my authentic experience. And life is amazing because we discover ourselves through experiences. But what I say is coming from my own individual experiences. So I by no means want you to follow me as the leader or the messiah and say, whatever Michael says is right. No, if you resonate with what I say, I really want you to embody it. Think about it from different perspectives, test it out and say, this is what I believe, right? But you gotta sit with it. And if you don't sit with it and you just regurgitate what I say word for word, it might not be seen or heard by the majority of people. That you're simply regurgitating what so-and-so said, or what you're saying does not actually resonate with you. You're just saying it for clicks, for likes or whatever, but it could be felt. So that's why it doesn't worry me too much when people try to do the same thing that I do, because, you know, we're all humans. We all come here to this experience. So who am I to have complete power over certain things? Everything that I do is truly authentic to myself, my own experience. Everything that I say is from my own experience. So I do not want you to be like me. I do not want you to learn from me. I want you to be your true self. And if you want to copy me word for word, it's going to be known and it's not going to have the same impact. Look at all this carrot. You want to know something too? And then again, this is my opinion. People say take what resonates. What that means is I'm speaking my own truth. I'm being my authentic self. So if what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, that's completely okay. And I want you to think and speak and be in your true nature. People that hate on you because you're trying to be yourself, they could use that energy to try to make themselves the best version of themselves rather than getting mad at you for being courageous enough to do and say the things that actually make your soul happy, right? You're not hurting anyone. Ginger. There's another point that I want to say about that. I forgot. Hopefully I'll come back to it. Yeah. So if you have a mentor or coach that thinks that there's only one way to do things and thinks what they say is the only right way and acts like the Messiah or Jesus, then run. Also, if a mentor is not actually growing themselves and not constantly trying to be better themselves and evolve and adapt and adjust, then run fast. Because I believe, and again, this is what I think, life is all about evolution. We come here to this world to experience things, to experience different energetic vibrations and really tap into our soul essence, who we are on a higher level. And that is so special because we're all individual souls. So we all have a different purpose. We all have a different reason for being here. Ginger shot, ginger bite. Ooh, that's spicy. That's spicy. That's spicy. That's spicy. That's spicy. That's intense. I'm crying. Don't do that at home. It's still on fire. Okay. All right, we're getting there. All right, I'm gonna work through the pain and see what messages come to my mind. 3 eggs. 1 cup of maple syrup. Maybe it's like this whole thing. Okay, it's this whole half cup. I'm not using the recipe because I'm just going with the flow, right? You gotta feel it. You gotta go with it. You gotta trust yourself. Trust your soul. It's not always gonna come out, but you can adapt and adjust. There's no such thing as mistakes. There's only lessons. It smells like breakfast. Whip some air into there. A cup of olive oil as my fat. Mamma mia. Virgin olive oil. You know, I'm not using like the primo stuff. When I was in Italy, when I was 19 working on an olive farm, I got to try fresh pressed olive oil. It was mamma mia. It was super mamma mia. Seriously. Always clean your workspace. I got some blood oranges zesty up here. The zest is super aromatic and I feel like just me getting a whiff of it right now really just like calms me, and it also wakes me up. Like fresh citrus gives me life. I like things that give me life. The little things give us life, the simple things. Juice it. Wow, look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Get it on my shirt. All right. This is not really me making stuff, it's just me just eating what I'm making. I did a cooking internship and I worked the garde manger station, like the cold appetizer station, but don't tell the chef, but when I first started, I would like snack on all the mise en place or already the items that were set up, you know, for us to cook. I just like try it out, the nuts, blah, blah, blah. I was snacking. Oops. And now I'm gonna have my dry ingredients. I have some organic flour. I really am kind of obsessed about different flours, how they're processed, the grains. I think the details definitely add up. Carrots and ginger. Oh, I should have took the whisk out. Because then it gets stuck like that, you see? Pink salt, mamma mia. Add another one, mamma mia. Fold this in, let's try it. Ooh, it tastes the olive oil. I'm gonna add my flour, my baking powder, and baking soda. That's my batter. Oil. Show you the shape of my heart. Everyone, you just heard me sing, and you're probably like, oh, Michael, you can't sing, whatever. But let me tell you something, like, this proves my point. And you should trust and listen to your heart and live your authentic self. When you're younger, say you used to like to sing and your family or your friends are like, oh, Michael, you can't sing. If many people over time say, you can't sing, then you start to believe it. So don't believe necessarily everything that other people say, and trust yourself, trust your heart. And if something makes you happy, then go for it and do it. So if I'm a parent and my child can't really sing, instead of saying, oh, you're terrible, you can't sing, I'm gonna say like, hey Michael, like, why don't you try to sing this song or sing a song that you like, because it's not so much about how they're singing, it's more about the feeling, the energy, the intention behind what they're singing, the energy behind it. A lot of people sing, they're so perfect, but there's no soul. There's no soul. It just sounds robotic. It sounds rehearsed. It sounds perfect. I don't like perfection. I go into the bakery, I see the croissant. I want the weird one over there, you know, like the one with the, you know, the sticking out a little bit, the big one. That's what I want. I don't want the perfect one. So it doesn't stick. The battering. Maybe I could have lined it with parchment, but you know, you live on the edge. Let's try. It's a very nuanced Mamma Mia. Subtle note of the orange, kind of the floralness of the olive oil. It's gonna be good, I can just tell. All right, let's put this in the oven. 350, 25 minutes. It's getting hot, literally. This is real. You cook, you gotta do the dishes, you gotta clean. Another thing about going with the flow and not being attached to certain outcomes. I signed up for a Qigong class, so I'm gonna learn how to flow with my energy. I'm really excited about it. And today I had a class like 3 hours a day. We're getting a new dishwasher in my house, and the delivery people were supposed to come from 2 to 4. And my Qigong class ends at like 3. So they came earlier. So I didn't get flustered and I was like, oh my God, they're here. Like, I'm just gonna do my class and not help the people enter my house and be there for my family. I made a compromise, I made a sacrifice. It's like, I have this class, but I can watch the replay. I'm gonna do what's right, and I'm gonna, you know, help with the dishwasher that came to my house and make sure that it gets installed correctly. So the reminder here, the lesson here is, just as you would reschedule time when events don't happen for other people, be sure to reschedule time for yourself. So if you have a morning ritual, a morning habit, whether it be meditation, journaling, drinking your favorite cup of coffee and being mindful about that, and some days, you know, you skip it because we're all human, right? Reschedule that time back into your day if you can. Think about it, because you would reschedule a date or a special event with your friend or family if for something happened, right? So reschedule the time, reallocate the time for yourself. Carrots all over the floor. Okay, my cake is baking and I'm very excited. It's another thing to be very focused and intentional with where you place your energy. And they always talk about maintaining your presence. And I think doing things, whether it be singing, dancing, cooking, their methods, there's many ways, in order to focus on something and maintain a presence, right? And that's so important because you're focusing your attention on something. But I think in our crazy lives, it's so easy to lose our attention because we have so much stimulus, we have so many distractions left and right from other people, places, and things. So that's why I think it's so important to be able to have a daily practice of taking care of ourselves, right? Taking time for ourselves, setting time each day to invest in ourselves, journaling, meditation, taking a walk outside. And if some days we don't do that, reallocating time, making up that time. Or if we don't do that, don't get hard on yourself because we're not perfect. So it's very important to take care of ourselves just as much as we would like to take care of the things or the people that we care about, that we love. Love ourselves first so we can love others fully. Fill our own cup, overflow with our own cup so we can love others fully. If you don't love yourself, how could you possibly love somebody else? I'm just gonna talk some more while this is still cooking, but in my last Qigong class, my first one actually, the instructor brought up a question like the meaning of life, and it was getting very philosophical. I would like to think about this theme a little bit more, but we talked about how it is discovering oneself and eliminating barriers between ourself and love. Loving thyself, and not just loving others, but loving thyself. So eliminating the barriers that we place in our physical reality that stop us from feeling love, which is our natural state. Love is all around us. Life has ups and downs, right? As you know. So a good way to think about that, let's relate it to nature, because nature, we're connected to nature, and it teaches us many things with the seasons, with the changes, adapting and adjusting, right? The sun, think of the sun shining brightly in the sky. Even at night, the sun is still there. The sun doesn't go away. Or when it's rainy and cloudy, the sun is just covered. It's always there. The sun is always there. Despite the rainy day, despite the snow, despite the night, the sun is still there. It doesn't go away, it's just covered. So as we move through our own life journey. We go through some ups and downs. We experience some adversity. We can remind ourselves that the sun is still always there. The joy is still always there. Passion is still always there. It's always there, right? We just have to move the clouds away, or we just have to see the light. But I believe we have to meet the universe halfway. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can get the best mentor. You could be enrolled in this great spiritual community, this great religious community, and not everyone that teaches spirituality and religion is of a high vibration. There are definitely people that use these teachings for lower vibrational things, and who am I to even say that? But basically, we have the power to move through life, to flow through life, flow through the ups and downs, just knowing that the sun is always there. Okay, think about that for a second. I'm not saying you have to agree, but it's like 30 minutes. Love is our natural state, and it's not something that we could find outside of ourselves. It's something that's already there, and we're already connected to one another on a soul level, on a deeper level. But it's about really trusting our soul essence in who we are as a person and living our life authentically. Doing things that make us happy, not doing things that I tell you to do, or doing things that make our parents happy. Doing things that truly make yourself happy. Awaken us into our own power and realize that we're all connected, and we do have the power to change our reality and to move through life flowing with ease, with grace, despite the adversity. Sometimes we need to go slow. Sometimes we need to speed up, but we have the power to see and to feel how to proceed with our life, what relationships to move forward with in our life, what relationships to let go, what activities we decide to do. It's all an energetic exchange. And as we tap into our soul essence, our actions become more impactful. Slow down to speed up. More impactful, be more intentional with your actions, and watch the manifestations that you want for your life come to fruition, because you're clearing off all that energy, all that dense, heavy energy, all those thoughts, insecurities, actions, people that are getting in the way of you being your true authentic self and living your soul essence, right? So a lot of it's about cleaning up our own energy first before we learn how to understand energy and control energy, move energy. First, we got to clean up our own energy. And I myself, I'm still doing that. I will always be still doing that. Yeah, life is a journey. Life is a journey. It's not a quick fix, boom, boom, boom. It's a journey, and we learn a lot through experience. We discover ourselves through experience. And what I've shared with you on my social media journey thus far, and I'm always evolving, is my experience, my authentic experience. And I'm getting deeper and deeper as I'm learning more about myself. And actually, I never really felt like I had a voice before. I always felt like I was a mute, and a lot of people that probably know me from high school are like, oh, I can't believe Michael's talking like that. But I have used social media to express myself in a way that I never have before. So I want you to do the same thing. You don't have to do it with social media, but don't be afraid to be yourself. I was afraid to be myself, but after being in myself, stepping into my power, I feel a lot more fulfilled with my life. And that's just me, and I'm not saying that I know everything, okay? Now let me show you the shape of my heart. Mamma mia. Oh, it's hot. It's burning my hand. Let's see if it's cooked. No, I should put it back in for a little bit more. The middle. It's clean. It's good now. I gotta use my intuition too. All right, we're good. Now we're gonna let this cool like a mamma mia. Set the intention positive. Voila. Don't break the heart. Here it is. Never break the heart. Cut in the heart. Wow, look how moist that is. This is just something really nice that tastes great with a cup of tea. Not so sweet, very floral. Good texture. It's not bad. Combine two of my favorite things, carrot, olive oil cake, a little citrus. Maybe I'll add a little bit more citrus next time.